Hello everyone, and welcome to another vlog. As you can see behind me, I'm at the World of Disney store at the Disneyland Resort in Anaheim, California. And I thought we'd take a look at some of the just Disneyland 70th merchandise that they have now, the general merchandise they have, and even the Halloween merchandise that they've recently included. So come along with me and we'll go take a look. And it is Disneyland's 70th anniversary, so there'll be a lot of merchandise and things related to that. So just a note there of what they have. It's also getting close to Halloween season, so they'll have some of those items in the store as well. Alright, let's head on inside to the World of Disney store, see what they have in store. So right away when you enter, you'll notice through the center entrance you see the Halloween section. That is the highlighted section of the store at the moment, with some Nightmare Before Christmas items, of course, and some Maleficent items as well. But the main Halloween decorations are in this back section here. Got a Buzz and Woody jacket you can wear if you want a quick costume. And again, look, if you want a quick costume, you can also just get this Mickey hat. And there you go, you're Mickey Mouse. But we'll go ahead, and Minnie Mouse. Of course, gotta have that too. But we'll go ahead and take a look across the way here at the many Halloween items that they have, including a lot of pumpkins actually that you can see. So under this Happy Halloween signage, of course, just like last year, a decent amount of Mickey and Minnie pumpkin items. They have the pumpkin wreath that is featured at the parks on Main Street. You got the Haunted Mansion, Hitchhiking Ghosts, Doom Buggy light up lamp. You have a Mickey Mouse pumpkin over here. A smaller version of the same pumpkin could be yours for $35. So smaller version as well of both Mickey and Minnie. And then some more pumpkins here. So no shortage of those at the store. If you're looking for Mickey pumpkin items, this is your spot, as you can see. And then there's another Mickey, larger Mickey there. If we head on over to the next section with some more of the merch, you'll see kind of Mickey pumpkin hats and backpacks and shirts. These are also, very popular items during Halloween time at the park. You have the Happy Halloween Mickey Pumpkin magnet as well. Go ahead and take a turn here. And there's more items here, like the Mickey Pumpkin wand, the light up wand. You have a light up necklace with these ghosts as well. And then in this back section, they have some mugs. You have the Halloween Countdown Castle calendar. You have the tumbler here, and then Mickey Pumpkin mugs. Also another popular item. Again, no shortage of pumpkin items. If that's your thing, you're in luck. There's a lot of that here. You got the Disneyland characters in Halloween gear and the classic Disneyland logo. Another shirt here, the characters all dressed as mummies. A Fall Vibes shirt with some of the snacks. Let's Go Ghouls Disneyland character shirt. And they have some more. I mean, we saw that one a second ago, but Mickey and Goofy in costume as a jacket. And then they have more items here with the Disneyland logo and the characters in costume, including with the ears. There's some of the Haunted Mansion merch, including the wallpaper display and the Haunted Mansion logo. And this tumbler with the wallpaper display as well, and the bat on top. So that's a Starbucks branded item. And then I'll be going over some more of these items in an upcoming video with the Madame Leota store, but because a lot of these are similar, but you've got ornaments for the various aspects, including the clock and the singing ghosts in the graveyard. From the attraction itself, you have a Haunted Mansion spirit jersey here, and then these mugs of the Hitchhiking Ghosts. And then a Haunted Mansion hat over here. And then some more Disneyland Halloween branded clothing. And yeah, so pretty robust display, as you can see. And they do have this Hocus Pocus shirt as well with the Sanderson sisters with the characters, and then Mickey in costume again with the Disneyland logo. And a Mickey Trick or Treat pumpkin basket. So there you go. Show your Mickey pumpkin spirit there. We're going to look at the clothes now and some of the t-shirts that they have for this round. This is a pretty cool Disneyland sweater that they have. And they have a Disneyland Halloween themed sweater, Chip and Dale, and the Mickey and Minnie, the I Heart Disneyland with the Mickey head there, Disneyland since 1955 jacket. So a lot of the classics. And then we saw this on the other end, but a cool retro castle sweater. The Fall Vibes shirt we saw earlier. The Disneyland characters in costume shirt we saw earlier. And then they have some more specific items on display here. You have kind of retro looking Disneyland character shirt, Disneyland, the happiest place on earth with the characters, and then the Disneyland retro sign, an old Disneyland ticket shirt, that's pretty cool. Then some more about the overall resort itself, including with California Adventure, a fireworks castle shirt here. So a decent amount of options. If we head over this way, you have the I Heart Disneyland Halloween version over here, the spiderweb heart and the scarier castle. And if we make our way this way, you got some character items, including Winnie the Pooh and Stitch. And I know they have some more 70th or just general Disneyland merchandise here. This hat is cool. I like this hat a lot. And then Spirit jersey here with the Disneyland Resort with the characters and the rides as well. And if we head this way, there's a Pick Your Poison Disney Villains shirt. Kind of more Halloween themed there. And then another Halloween Disneyland themed shirt here with the bats and the candy corn colors. A Mickey pumpkin hat. Again, no shortage of Mickey pumpkin items. If you're in search of that, you can definitely find it here. And then here's an overview again of some of the t-shirts that they have. And then there's the Disneyland jacket here with the Disneyland logo. Some bags down here. So some travel bags, and then some backpacks with the Disneyland logo and the D. It's a pretty cool backpack, actually. I like that one. If we head this way, you got more of the Disneyland established 1955 merch. And there's another Disneyland kind of lightweight jacket. That's a cool display up there, including with the castle and the colors and the fireworks. So the displays are kind of cool to look at too in the store. Got a Disneyland crossbody bag here and another sweater, and then some sketches of Mickey and the castle. And then some more Disneyland shirts and Spirit jerseys with the Disneyland logo. As you can see, the D on the front and the Disneyland Resort on the back. This one's actually, I see this one quite a bit. And then this is actually a really cool retro Disneyland sign shirt. I like that one a lot. And you have another Disneyland sweater, again with the 1955 branding. And more of the crossbody bags. And this hat, I like this hat a lot. So some good stuff. And they have some more jackets over here, including denim, and then another Disneyland jacket here with Mickey, and just a lot of the Mickey branded with the Disneyland logo sweaters and shirts. You have this Disneyland cap with the castle and the logo, and then more kind of children's size Mickey merch. Got these sweaters over here. And just down here as well with Mickey and Minnie, the classic pose that they do. And then the Minnie shoes, Mickey gloves, and Mickey shoes you can purchase as well. I wonder how... Okay, and into the toy section. I showed this last time, but they do have Sleeping Beauty Castle with kind of a light-up feature. The Disney Railroad, which is sad, they've just kind of changed this to both be smaller and general branding for all parks. They used to have it larger and for Disneyland itself, but what can you do? And they have some Disneyland magnets, of course. You got the characters with the castle. It's kind of more 3D Mickey with the Disneyland D on a lot of colors on the castle. And then they have Mr. Toad, Disneyland 70th, as an option as well. You have these Haunted Mansion magnets with the portraits that you see in the hallway and some of the Walt Disney World portraits in the foyer. And this is a really cool Haunted Mansion magnet. I usually do like this one a lot with Madame Leota and the Hitchhiking Ghosts. And then they actually do have also the Disneyland Castle with the 70th. That's a nice magnet as well, kind of fancy looking. And then the Happy Halloween Mickey one we saw earlier. And then just over here are these models of the Haunted Mansion, Space Mountain, and the castle. So you actually build with these kits. I do like the Space Mountain one. That looks pretty cool. So some work involved if you want to get that. And then here's the latest monorail, Disneyland monorail toy option that they have with the characters on the monorail. I always thought these are pretty cool. They're notebooks, but they're based on the beginnings of the movies, the animated movies. So you have Sleeping Beauty as a storybook, Cinderella. These are the books that would open at the very beginning of the movie. And Beauty and the Beast here with the stained glass look. And Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs. Again, this is the book that's featured at the beginning of the movie. And then Pinocchio, just down here. So pretty cool. They're notebooks mainly, but they're also cool to just display. And then we'll take a look at some of the pins. There's just so many pins. We'll just take a look at a few of them. You've got, for the attractions themselves, the Pirates of the Caribbean pins that you see here, including with the skeletons and the parrot. And then you also have the Haunted Mansion with the various ghosts. Oh, you can also be an honorary pirate. That's a pretty funny pin. They have Chippendale for the Grand Californian Hotel. I like this one a lot. It's kind of fun to do the impossible. Walt Disney with Mickey Mouse pin. And then you have a Disneyland balloon there, and it's a small world. Again, lots of pins, unsurprisingly. Disneyland Hotel just down here with that logo. Some Star Wars pins and Indiana Jones as well. So a lot of things. Fantasmic. And then Mickey Mouse. It all started with the mouse pin. We head over this way. They actually have some more limited edition pins here. Disneyland with some of the Snow White characters. This is cool. It's Main Street related pins. Autopia, so a lot of the park. Jungle Cruise. Disneyland Railroad. Some really nice pins here. Mad Tea Party, Mr. Toad. The main entrance, that's actually a really good one. So some pretty cool. And they have this key to Disneyland key with the pin inside, and then you actually insert this into various parts of the lands in the park and into certain keyholes, and it'll do a little kind of song with bubbles, and then you get access to each land, as you can see here. And there's a pin at the end. There's various pins you can get that are inside of the key as well. So the key to Disneyland 70th is here. And I've mentioned this in the Walt Disney Magical Life video, but they sell Walt Disney at his desk, pretty detailed. I like this one a lot. Figure here. And so you can see it here, and it talks as well. So they have that in the 70th anniversary section. Of course, with the 70th, you also have shirts and tumblers. So we see some more of that over here. You got this tumbler here with the Disneyland logo. It's a Starbucks tumbler for the 70th. And just over here, they have some more Disneyland 70th ornaments. So here's the castle with the Matterhorn in the background. That one's pretty cool. It's a pretty nice ornament. So yeah, good detail there. Put that back. You also have this Disneyland key with the castle and the Disneyland 70. And they have this license plate frame also for the 70th. And then some plates with that design we just saw with the castle and the Matterhorn. And then a kind of older looking Disneyland logo shirt and hat over here. And you can see there's more of the 70th displays here with Mickey with the Disneyland logo, and It's a Small World display here, which is actually pretty cool that they have that with the smiling clock. Just below it is the Disneyland 70th kind of retro looking mug with Tinkerbell and some saltwater taffy. And if we head this way, there's the Disneyland ornament for the kind of old ticket book, the A through E tickets. So pretty cool. It's a callback to that throwback. And then they have an It's a Small World clock based on the sign at the entrance of the ride just over there. And then this is the Crazy Eyed Mickey Disneyland shirt. We have an old school Disneyland bag here with a kind of older logo and the characters. And then some more of the 70th sweaters and shirts. And just over here there's a Disneyland visor. Again, kind of retro. This Disneyland cap, which is pretty cool. I like the look of it, but it is a trucker cap. I'm personally not a fan of those, but hey, if you are, they have them there. They have another Disneyland 70th kind of retro font there with Mickey. And they have Mad Tea Party lanterns. So that's actually pretty cool. These are lamps meant for indoors, but for the Mad Tea Party based on that. So pretty cool there. And then speaking of which, you see the Mad Hatter there and some of these items on display for the Disneyland 70th, opened and above on the shelf here. And if we head this way towards the front, you have another Disneyland 70th shirt, and then a sweater, and more sweaters, and the Small World clock again. Again, this looks pretty cool. I wish they would just offer those when they're done with the display. But nonetheless, some Mickey with the Disneyland 70th flag, and then the kind of nerd cap over there. If we head this way, you can see again some more kind of displays of the clothing that's available for the 70th, and then they have this snow globe as well with Mickey and the castle and the Disneyland 70 just above, and then they have this pin board for the 70th as well. So that's pretty good, a pretty large collection of 70th items. And then just over here is a jacket with the 70 and the castle logo, and you have a 70th Mickey hat, or Mickey ears, of course. Gotta have that. And if we go through here, some more kind of clothing. And they have the Disneyland characters here with the 70th anniversary colors. So the play set and then the larger toys here. And they have Walt Disney in the Disneyland Fire Department fire engine with Mickey here. It's a Funko Pop ride. So they have that as well. There's the detail again. Again, this is a Disneyland 70th release. And then they have some plushes here with the various characters. Pluto, Donald, Mickey, all with the 70th anniversary branding. You have Minnie here as well, so the colors and the branding for the 70th. And Chip 'n Dale, of course. They also have this Disneyland 70th sweater with the old school logo. And just under this section here, there's some plates also with the kind of old school Disneyland map. You have the Disneyland 70th, but also this older retro Disneyland map, so that's pretty nifty. Throwback to the past. And speaking of throwback to the past, they have like the older castle logo with the Disneyland logo on a sweater just below the plates here. This one is pretty cool. I like it. Very vibrant color. Be very noticeable in that. And I missed this earlier, but there's also this tumbler below the mugs And the tumbler has some of the different lands in their rides, including callbacks, like the buckets. And the monorail, of course, is still there, but an older monorail, so kind of an older logo on a Disneyland tumbler. Pretty cool. And just near the other candies is that Disneyland ticket book as mints. So pretty nifty there too. Alright, well, a pretty cool selection overall. I have to admit, just like I saw in Disneyland in my other videos, seeing the Walt Disney related items are my favorite, including that Walt Disney shelf or desk display with himself on his desk. And I like all the Disneyland 70th merchandise. There's a lot of the interesting Haunted Mansion merchandise that was at the Madame Leota shop. I've done a video on that as well. I like those too. But let me know what you thought of the 70th anniversary merchandise, the Halloween merchandise, just anything you saw that was interesting. Let me know in the comments below. But hopefully you enjoyed this video, and please subscribe to my channel for more videos, and I'll see you all next time. Bye-bye.